Hello all, welcome to Indian Techies. Till now we have seen the basics of the C programming in our previous class. Now let us see the basic program, how to write a basic program by using the concept of structure of C program. To understand this class in detail, you must have learned about structure of C program, how to write a C program, which is already available in my channel as a lesson number 3. So please visit it. First learn the structure of C program. If you don't know, then you can understand today's class. Now let us write a small program by using the structure of a C program. Right? Now my program is to just print welcome on the screen. Now as per the structure of the C program, the first section, what we have to write first one is documentation section. So documentation section is not compulsory. If you want to write, you can write, but for as an example, I am going to write it. So I am writing like example program. You can write any of the explanation that you would like to write. Now documentation section, which starts with 2 forward slashes, which is ignored by the compiler. Next, second one. What is the second section as per the structure of a C program? The structure of a C program consists of the second part as link section. That is, you have to link your program to the compiler. For that purpose, we are having #include. For any of the header files that you want to link with your compiler, the major and the important thing is stdio.h. That is standard input output dot header file. All the basic input output rules and regulations, functions, definitions will be there inside #include stdio.h, so that your program is linked to the compiler. At the same time, these library files also will be loaded. Compiler compares the rules between stdio.h and the rules that you have written in the program. To load those rules and regulations, we are writing #include stdio.h. Right. Once this is completed, what is the third section? Definition section. If you have any defined constant, then you can use. At present, I don't have any defined constant, just I want to print a normal welcome on the screen. Next, fourth section is global declaration. Generally, we use global declaration concept when we use the concept of user defined function, which we will discuss in later. Now you don't have any of the global declaration variables to print just a welcome on the screen. Then we start with main. Now the actual execution of the program always starts from main. Now this is a open braces, the main block has been started. Here we want to print some normal text on the screen. To print something on the screen, we are having a function called as printf, which is predefined in stdio.h. So all the small letters you have to write all in small letters only, printf. There is no space between print and f. It is a single word. Open the parenthesis, that is rounded brackets. Now start with the double quotes open. Whatever the text that you want to print it on the screen, write down those characters. I just want to print welcome on the screen. So my printing has been completed. What I want to print, that has been written, and close the double quotes and close parenthesis. Every statement in C should be terminated by a semicolon. Whatever the statement you write, it should be terminated by a semicolon. That is, one instruction has been completed. So this you should not forget. Semicolon is compulsory for all the statements that you write in the C programming. What are the types of statements also we will be discussing later. But for a normal statement, you have to write semicolon. Now printf, open parenthesis. Within the double quotes, whatever the explanation or whatever the printing thing that you want to display it on the screen, write that one. So this double quote states whatever you write between the double quotes, that will be printed as it is on the screen in the printf statement. Now my printing is completed. So close the main. This is the simple and basic program which will display a normal text on the screen. This is the basic program. Right. We have seen the basic program just now. Now we will go little bit advanced from the basic program. In a previous program we have just printed a normal text on the screen. Now going to advance, let us perform addition of two numbers and produce the result on the screen. So as per the first one, the documentation section. So I am writing addition of two values. You can write whatever the text you want. I am just writing addition of two values. This is my program. Next, the second section is link section, where you have to link your library files. So hash include stdio.h. Next, there is no definition section. Define the constants we don't have, and we don't have global declaration variables. As I already told that if you are using global declaration variables, then you are having user defined functions, right? Next, I am starting with main. Open main. Now, inside main, what is our program right now? You have to perform addition of two numbers. If you want to perform add two values, you should store the result somewhere else, right? Now, means I need totally three values to store. For storing a normal integer number, we are having a data type called as integer. So how we are going to declare? All integers are declared with int. Now you can declare the variables, whatever the names that you want to write. So I am declaring value 1 comma value 2 comma. For two values I have declared two values, value 1 comma value 2. To store these two values addition, I need one more variable. You can keep any name. Since I am doing addition, I am keeping it like sum. So my declaration is completed. So I am terminating with the semicolon. First of all, if you want to perform addition and store it in sum, value 1 and value 2 must have some input, right? Give the input in the program itself. That is, value 1 is equal to 15, terminate, semicolon. Value 2 is equal to 12, semicolon. You can give any value from minus 32,768 to plus 32,767. Both positive and negative values can be added. Since I have declared it like integers. If you want only positive values, no negative values, this int should be declared as unsigned int. Just prefix a keyword called as unsigned in small letters. Now I have given the values. You got the values, so perform the addition. That is, sum is equal to value 1 plus value 2. Whenever you write this statement, value 1, what is there? 15. Value 2, what is there? 12. So internally, value 1 plus value 2 means 15 plus 12. The total is 27. The 27 will store in sum. Now the calculation is completed. What is the next step? You have to print the value inside the sum on the screen. To print something on the screen, we are having a function called as a printf, right? But if you write this sum in the double quotes like this, printf within the double quote sum, if you write, it will print the normal text called as sum. It will not print the value that is stored inside the sum. Printf within the double quotes, if you write sum, it will print normal text. That's why we have to tell the compiler that sum is not a normal text. It is a data type of integer type. which has some value. So print a value that is stored inside the sum. Means you have to tell in which format sum you are going to use in your program. You have to tell it to the compiler. Already you told at the time of initialization and calculation. But to print also you have to specifically tell the format of the data type that you are printing. For that purpose, we are having some format string, or some people also call it as control string. Means more than one character can be called as a string, right? You have to tell the format to a compiler. To tell it as integer to the compiler, we have to use %d. To tell whether it is character, we have to use %c. To tell it as a float, you have to use %f. To tell it as a double, you have to use %lf. So, int, if you write like %d, compiler recognizes like it is an integer. Now, how you are going to write is printf, open bracket. Now you want to print whose value? Sum value. Sum is of which data type? Integer. What is the format for integer? %d. So within the double quotes, write %d, close double quotes, keep comma. Why you are separating is, you also has to tell this %d belongs to which data type, which variable. So this %d, for what we are printing? To print the value of sum. So you have to use the word variable called as sum. So print the value in the form of integer. Whose value? Sum value. So this 27, that is 15 plus 12, which is stored in sum. Now in the output, when you execute it, you will get the output called as 27. Now your printing is completed. So close your program. Close the main braces. This is a simple program for addition of two numbers. Right? Hope you understood. In today's class, we have discussed about a basic program. Now, whatever all the programs that we have seen, I mean welcome program and a normal addition of a program. This is a program which explains you the static input. What do you mean by static input is, if you assign the values within the program at the time of compile time only. So value 1 is equal to 15, value 2 is equal to 12. Directly we have given in the program only. This type of input is called as a static input. So in next upcoming class, we will discuss about dynamic input, what are the disadvantages of static input, and we will go for dynamic programming. Hope you understood the class in detail. Thank you for watching Indian Techies. Hope you all will like, comment, share, subscribe and follow us. Thank you.